Hey there, I'm Katsumi, and this is a collective reading, so please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. So, the energy today is filled with some sort of sharp and revealing energy, something like a flashlight in a dark room, okay? And right now, the word coming through is exposed. Someone's hidden agenda is crumbling because your light was just too bright. Let's see what other messages are coming through. So you're starting off in this mindset, or perhaps you're in some sort of environment where you're being assisted, cared for, supported, someone sharing that support with you, okay? Some sort of kind soul is arriving soon, okay? That's going to ease your daily burdens, okay? Perhaps you're going to be the one to expose some of these things that are coming to light in this dark room, okay? Things are being revealed in this dark room you're in, and you're kind of like in this position in the first place where it's like you're taking these leaps of faith, you're trusting the process, okay? You're having hope, you're having almost like renewed faith in what could be towards a potential situation, okay? Because at the moment, something in your atmosphere, okay, really tore you down, really broke your heart. Some sort of hard truth came through, okay? I'm kind of getting like some sort of partnership that was not serving you, okay? Something to do with emotional pain, emotional burden with that Three of Swords energy. And it has a lot to do, oh, with the Tower, okay. Something to do with something coming to an end for you, okay, within your environment. Maybe after some sort of evidence was revealed, maybe some sort of failed interference, okay? That's kind of what I'm hearing here. Something to do with almost like I feel as I don't know why I got subterfuge. I get like I don't know why I get like detective case kind of vibes. Like someone was doing some detective work. I'm also kind of feeling and hearing here that you were kind of just like in the middle of all of this, I guess, subterfuge or something. Something was just happening in the background, okay? It's like someone was trying to have some ploy towards you, some sort of failed plan is falling apart, okay? And it's someone stepping in to call judgment on this Hierophant. When I'm seeing that, it kind of feels like some sort of authority figure that's watching over you, okay? Someone that could be the supportive figure, okay, in your life that's coming through. I don't know why. I do feel like if this is in a work environment, this might be a manager, or this could be a close colleague at work. This could also be a friend, family member that's really close to you that's watching this person kind of like make plans, make ploys, okay? Have hidden agendas, all right? Because with that Hierophant energy, this is someone that's grounded in their belief, their spirituality, okay, with that Taurus energy. And they're fighting things off for you in the background. It's like it's almost as though you have hidden admirers in the background, people who really support you that are hidden, but you don't know that these people are in your circle because they don't make themselves known. You know what I mean? It also kind of feels like people who are they're kind of just watching, trying to stay in some sort of neutral mindset in the perspective of others, but really they're for you and they're not for this other person, is what I'm hearing, okay? It's like they're really putting the flashlight on this person in this dark room who's trying to hide in the shadows, okay? Or trying to cast a shadow over you, all right? But something to do with the truth is going to finally, I heard reveal itself. Your path is going to be vindicated, okay? And this is some sort of path that you were walking alone for a period of time. Sheesh, it almost feels like this fight that's happening. Maybe you've already gone through some sort of fight with a few other people. Maybe you have kind of stepped away from that already. And you're no longer like in the midst of it, but in the background, people are fending things off for you, okay? It's like in these undercurrents, people don't want you to have conflict. They don't want you to have chaos, but they know that things are being brewed up in the mist, okay? For you. It's like these attempts are happening, okay? And it's kind of creating some sort of direct consequence of the Eight of Swords energy, okay? Something to do with things are very deceptive. People are creating mental blockages. It feels like there's just a lot of secrets at bay right now. People are very fearful, okay, about what's to come for you because you're taking this leap of faith. I'm feeling as though you've chose a new path for yourself, okay? Maybe this is like a new career opportunity, a new profession. Maybe you're taking up new education. Maybe you're removing yourself from a friend group, okay? And it's created a lot of hardship for you and these individuals around you. It's almost as though the people around you also feel heartbroken about what happened, okay, with you. We're getting the sun in the world, kind of clarifying that Ace of Cups. Yeah, people just wanted things to work out with you. But now that you're opening up to new love, you're having new clarity about your emotional birth, your emotional renewal, okay? And you're also just coming to some sort of wholeness, some sort of completion with that world and sun backing you up with that Ace of Cups, okay? And because of these like outward influences that are coming in towards you, they're making a lot of great rippling effects, okay? Where it's as though it's like while they were busy whispering about your downfall, you're just over here mastering your inner world, kind of just mastering and letting the universe build your case, basically, is what I'm hearing there. Okay? I'm also hearing that their plans are failing. Oh, failing? I heard flailing and failing, okay? So they might be flying around. They might try to concoct some things through people, okay? Through, I don't know why. I heard flying monkeys for some reason. Don't know why. I'm kind of gets the vibe when, like people are like climbing on the walls. Kind of feels like that energy, Like people are kind of all over the place. It's like they're trying to settle down, but they have to get off the wall to do so. You know what I mean? Okay, so with that Page of Wands energy, okay, in your social hemisphere, something to do with like you having more enthusiasm, okay, in this environment because the people that you're now almost like I heard waking up to or joining forces with are just like welcoming you in with like opened arms, okay? You're going to be able to learn more. You're going to be able to go through those new paths that you were ambitiously going towards in the very beginning of your starting position with the Fool. And because of that, now you're kind of just like, I'm hearing like the burdens of the past are no longer kind of like interfering with your pursuits forward because it's like now that you know this truth, it's like you don't have to worry about what's ahead of you because all of their failed attempts were not necessarily, I guess, of value, of importance. You're realizing that it didn't really interfere with what you were planning in the beginning, is what I'm hearing. But it kind of like set you back a bit, okay? But yeah, now that you're able to step into that new reality, okay, of mind, body, and soul, now you're kind of like integrated with the energies. You've already done I heard the inner work. Okay, now you're able to plant the seeds of prosperity into your future outcomes, okay? And you're doing it with a lot of warmth and passionate spirit, which is really nice to see. Okay? Maybe many of you are hiring assistants, okay? Maybe you're hiring people to help you around the house, okay? Maybe you're looking for allies in your workplace, looking for allies in your place of education, okay? Looking for allies remotely, in person, people to really just champion you through some of the hurdles that you endured in the past and kind of bring forth new opportunities, bring forth I'm hearing like you'll have new obstacles, but it'll be much easier to face because now you'll be almost like I heard like being pushed up, being propelled forward, okay, with that energy. Yeah. Ooh, I don't know why. I wanted to grab the Hierophant for some reason. Five of Cups wants to grab the Hierophant. It's like something to do with the advice, okay, of your spirit guides. Okay, the universe is trying to tell you that okay, you might be getting into some sort of Five of Cups energy where it's like you're feeling a little bit of abandonment or grief or disappointment of the past, but this person is coming with you. This support system is coming with you. That's kind of like what I'm feeling when I was like trying to or like attempting to grab this card for some reason. Um, this person's coming with you. This support beam is coming with you as you're going through that kind of like I'm hearing I don't it's not necessarily like a midlife crisis, but it kind of feels like you're reminiscing, okay? It's like the nostalgia of the past, but also the pain of the past, okay? It's like you're reminiscing on what could have been or what was in your past, and knowing that you are stepping into something better, okay? Two of Pentacles definitely gives that energy of now that you're in that new energy, you're just kind of like juggling things, you're balancing things back out again. It's gonna require to be more adaptable, okay? It's like you have to let it go, is what I'm hearing, because some sort of plan has already failed, okay? The plans that these individuals had for you has failed, and now that that's clear, the evidence, okay, of some sort of resilience that you have is like almost untouchable. People know that this resilience, this grin and bear it situation that you went through, this thing that brought you strain, has elevated you so much that people can't see what these individuals have spoken upon your name because you don't correlate with those instances or you don't correlate with what they said. It's almost like people try to say you're this way, you're that way, but because you're so resilient and you protected your energy and you went with it and you didn't try to like fight, as what I'm hearing, and had them fight amongst themselves, you come up on top because people are now being exposed for all to see the true nature of. Okay, that's what I'm hearing there. Okay, let's see what's in your final outcome. Wow, that's some interesting energy. When I look up, I see 11, 11, 11. Okay. Queen of Pentacles. Whew. Okay. And so Queen of Pentacles gives this vibe of like, wow, you have overcome so much that you're now stepping into a lot of abundance, okay? A lot of resources are coming in for you. People are nurturing you. You're in an environment that's allowing you to feel rooted and secure, okay? I'm hearing the word stability, okay? And so, as a result, let's find out what other things are going to be happening in that final outcome. Okay, 17, 5, and 3 might also be of significance with the dice here. Something to do with just that resourcefulness, okay? I'm curious, like, yeah, there's gonna be people that are gonna try to siphon your energy. Be mindful of that, especially in your starting position. Something to do with the draining connections that kind of brought that heartbreak vibe, okay? There's gonna be some toxic influences you'll have to traverse through to protect your energy. And I believe you've been doing this naturally on your own accord through the messages from the universe, okay? You've been able to cut the cords, okay? I'm hearing that some of you are also doing cut cord spells, okay? Maybe you're speaking up upon that is what I'm hearing as well. But yeah, nonetheless, you do go into some sort of status upgrade. Ooh, this card wants to come out. Some sort of status upgrade, improved social standing, which I definitely saw in the middle of your reading spread here, your initial spread. Something to do with your lifestyles elevating. You're stepping into a new level. I'm hearing the words authority. So maybe this is like a leadership position, maybe just a level up in your career, or maybe a level up in the spiritual realm. That seems to be very significant for a lot of you recently. And you're going to be having a lot more things come in. Not only different forms of income that you've been investing in. I'm hearing you've been placing your eggs in many baskets and hoping that something will almost like, I heard the word hit, something will activate, okay? But this is really allowing you to stay, I heard grounded, stay in the grind of it all, okay? So you're just working hard. And so when you reach this Queen of Pentacles atmosphere, universe wants you to continue to have that momentum going forward. Yeah, continue to have self-care, prioritize your rest, okay? But you're on hustle mode. You are so ready to be up and out of the situations that you're in. I'm hearing, I don't know why. I got this vibe of like boss babe, boss guy kind of vibe. Like just you're like in this boss energy, okay? It's like you're taking charge of your life and you're no longer allowing third party interference to impede on your journey forward, okay? So yeah, let's find out what other shadow work is happening in the background too. Okay, ooh, all right. Something to do with avoiding eye contact like a pro. So there's someone that's going to be feeling shameful, okay? Feeling discomfort, especially these energy vampires. They don't want to be looked at. It feels as though they got exposed, okay? And the word exposed coming through in the initial message that I got for you, it's kind of, shining things on them. It's like it's shining that flashlight in the dark room and they don't want to be seen. People are going to be trying to hide away, trying to continuously hide their agendas, but it's crumbling around them, okay? They're going to be feeling overstimulated. They're going to be having some sort of sensory bombardment, okay? Some sort of panic attack, panic mode. People are almost going to challenge you because you're kind of flipping a script is what I heard, okay? You're flipping the script on how they want to be perceived, okay? compulsion, bad decisions. They know they made a bad decision. They pretty much want to hit the reset button and just do it all over again. Or maybe they got away the first time and they try to do it the second time, but it fails. It backfires on them, is what I heard, okay? And so, yeah, calling it a phase. That's basically what I was feeling. Like, it's just like, oh, it's just a brief moment of time, you know? It's like they're thinking they're trying to minimize what they did. They're trying to have this sort of like self-deception or like internal self-battle of like escapism, feeling like it's just a phase, but no, this is who they are as an individual. Now that you're able to unravel all the mysteries of this person and really get I'm hearing behind the nooks and crannies of this person's like mindset, this person's behavior. It's like they can no longer manipulate you or the energy you're traversing because you see them for who they are. And I feel as though they're almost like catching on to that, okay? They're catching on to, do they really know? Am I overthinking things? They're having nightmares, a little bit of guilt, but they're trying to like concoct some sort of shield over themselves to kind of like still be able to siphon your energy and try to play at this idea of harmony and bliss, but really they have some sort of pursuit, some sort of goal towards like almost like having you surrender, having you go through some sort of endings. And it's like they're almost like placing these illusions over you, casting these illusions due to envy, due to their attachment or some sort of a temptation to bond you in their reality, the way that they want you to be perceived or to operate, okay? But now that you have these hidden influences coming in to back you up, that hidden agenda is crumbling and your light will truly be shown brightly, okay? So those are all the messages that I have for you today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. If this reading resonated, consider sharing your support by subscribing, liking the video, leaving a comment down below. I truly appreciate it. And until next time, trust your path and let the universe work its magic.